Hello and welcome to You Can Thank Me Later, tips and tricks for using Stampin' Up's tools. My name is Robbie Susan Chandler and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Quincy, Florida, right outside Tallahassee, Florida. Let's take a look at today's You Can Thank Me Later tip. So today's You Can Thank Me Later tip is on how to use the very best trio punch. I love this punch, but there is a little bit of a learning curve to it. The three things it does is a slanted edge or corner, a decorative corner, and also a little slot to put your ribbon through when you're making a tag. So it does three things, therefore the word trio fits it perfectly. The very best trio punch. Alright, let's start with the easy side, the slanted side. So to do this side, you look at the gauges. There's little indicators there as to where to drop your cardstock in and punch. And I found punching in the center is by far the best place to punch. And we end up with this figure, which almost is a hexagon, but not quite. But let's try it with these two pieces. And I like to move these out of the way. I think if those pieces get built up underneath, the punch doesn't have room to push the pieces that are punched out down. Alright, here's our first one, and this is a little cute little figure here. And let's do one in black. And these are a 1/4 inch difference in size. The black one is 2 1/4 inch square, white one is 2 inch. See, you can layer them and you get this look. If you go back to the first one we did, you can layer them and get a look like this. And let's try, say for a card front, let's use this piece. Move these. Just to move your paper around, just turn it 90 degrees and you end up with this piece. Let's do the black one, basic black. Just turn it. And turn it, and one more time, and see, you have a perfect little border. This would make a beautiful card front right here. Oh, but before we look at the other side, I did want to show you some tags I made with the slanted side. See, on this piece I just slanted the top, and then there's a little slot that you punch with the slot punch. And then here's another one with the slanted, what I call the slanted edges and the slot. Okay, so let's look at the other side. And I'm a little left-handed, so I like to do things this way. So here's the secret. I'm going to call this punch the flip it punch. And I'll show you why. First time I'm just going to do it like we did the other one, where you just flip it around, and flip it around. Now, let's take a look at this. You notice this side is pointed, but this one is rounded. When you turn it this way, you've got pointed, rounded, pointed, rounded. They don't match. And this is not what we really want. We want it to be the same on all sides. So here's the trick to this punch. Step 1, punch your first corner and then flip top to bottom. Punch again, this time flip side to side. Punch again, flip top to bottom. And look, yay, they're all the same. We have rounded, rounded, so if I didn't do a good job on that little corner, rounded and rounded. They all match up. Now if you wanted to, let's put this tag together. This is one I did for a bag. So let's start. Now this time I'm going to start with the long side out, and it works the same way. Punch, flip, punch, flip, punch, and flip. Now this time, by starting that way, I still get the same design, but on these ends I have the points out this way, where on this one I have, if you look, I have the curve out here, and on the other one I have the rounded. So it depends upon if you want to start with your paper the long way or the paper this way. Let me do my to from. We'll start it the same way, with long way out. Punch and flip. Punch and flip. Punch and flip and punch. Now let's see if they match up. Ta-da! They actually do. So let's glue these two together. Here's my jingle all the way, and here's my to from. These are going on another bag I'm going to make later on. Okay, now that these are together, let's look at the slot. Now, when you look at the slot, if you look at the end, I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's a little marker there to tell you the middle. But what I like to do, I'll just like to face it towards me, and then I push my tag in, and I just eyeball it. Look to make sure that I've got the same amount of the tag shown on each side, and punch in the middle. And there it is, the slot for your ribbon. Okay. Here is one that I did the wrong way. I had to show you this, as we call it in the teacher profession, the non-example. I did not know how to use a punch when I did this one. So as you see, my sides do not match up. And if you look on my paper here, my sides do not match up. Now you might like that, and you might want that. Me, that's not the look I wanted. So here's one that I've done where they actually do match up. So see, here's the curve and the pointed and curved. And then here are my two sides to my designer paper and my background paper that do match. So that's the way that you can use the Very Best Trio Punch. Thank you for watching my You Can Thank Me Later tips and tricks. And you can thank me now, or you can thank me later.